Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so we are officially live, or I am officially live um, on, yep, I'm officially live. So let's have a healthy conversation, you guys. I'll wait for a couple of people to kind of join us here. Hopefully, a couple of people will join us because this topic is very near and dear to my heart, especially these last few weeks. We're going to talk about today. I would love to talk about finding a balance in your life or creating a healthy balance in your life. I know we could all use, you know, tips and advice on or suggestions or whatever you will, and how to create a healthy balance in your life. Hey, Vilanessa, how are you, my dear? I thought about you the other day. Like, work has been super crazy, and I'm not sure you probably heard, Vilanessa, about just everything that's going on in the workforce here in the U.S. And we talk about J1 visas and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's been crazy. Work has been crazy, crazy, crazy. And I actually know a couple of people who are from Jamaica who are actually here on the J1 visas, working because the workforce has been crazy. I don't know what's going on. And, I'm not trying to, get political about it or, but I would love to have a healthy conversation about what's going on and how people like myself and those of you who maybe mainly in the service industry, but not solely, but mainly in the service industry. So I guess because Villainess is here right now, and her and I have talked about J1 visas and the workforce or whatever, I can probably just go a little bit into it. So I am a hotel general manager, and that is my career. That's what I went to school for. That's what I got my degree in, and that's the work that I have been doing, and it is my career, and it's what has paid my bills and afford me the things I need in life. And I enjoy working in the industry, and I've met a lot of people from all over the world, and I have had opportunities to travel because of the really good discounts that we get. So I love my job. Yeah. But lately it has been crazy. Lately it has been, I just don't know. People don't want to work, or people, and we say that not knowing that's truly what it is. I don't know that people don't want to work. It could be very well that people are choosing, different career paths, or it could be that people are really dropping out of the workforce and starting small businesses, or people have realized, their true value, and they felt like they weren't being paid. They weren't being paid what they, I don't know, are worth, I guess, if you will. But I don't know what it is. I mean, I run a small hotel in the suburb of Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm operating on less than half of the staff that I had pre-COVID. And I am operating at pre-COVID occupancy. So my occupancy, is there a shortage on labor? Yeah, there is a shortage on labor. Like I just said, for whatever reason, again, I don't know what it is. Again, people could be just deciding, you know what, I've been at home for a year, I've been furloughed or laid off, and I started a small business and it's working out for me. Or I've been at home and I've been laid off, and I decided that, you know what, I'm not going to work. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. My significant other, my partner, my husband, wife, whatever, make enough money to take care of the family, or it could be I don't have childcare, or it could be I'm just afraid to go back out there because of COVID. Whatever the reason is, people are not working. and businesses and companies are operating at pre-COVID, especially in the hospitality, because people are traveling. People have been wanting to, get out and travel, and it's the summertime and kids are out of school, and corporations and companies are getting back into working, and people traveling, leisure and for business, but mainly leisure travel. People are getting married, kids are out playing sports, people are just kind of getting away, for the week, for the day, for the weekend, whatever. My occupancy is what it was before COVID, and I am operating at less than half of the staff that I operated with, pre-COVID. So, it's really putting a strain on the workforce, and it's putting a strain on the people who do show up to work. So, it's been crazy. It's been, to say the least, it's been crazy. So, the topic that I want to discuss, I didn't really intend to go down that but it's why I decided to talk about work-life balance, because in the past few weeks, I have not had any balance in my life. My life have been focused on working. I work there's sometimes I work 7 hours a day, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's some days I work 16 hours a day. Again, in the hotel business, we are a 24-hour operation. The door is always open, literally. And imagine not having people to cover, whatever shift. I'm there in the morning and someone should be at work in the afternoon and they're not there. And, I'm calling, no one's wanting to come in and help cover, whatever the case may be. I have just been putting in some wicked time, and not just the time, I've been putting in some wicked work. Like, whatever it takes to operate a hotel, I have been doing, you guys. Everything. Just imagine whatever it takes: food and beverage, housekeeping, front desk, whatever it takes to operate a hotel. I've literally been doing it. And not, you think about operating a hotel on the front end of it, the stuff on the back, I'm doing HR work, I'm doing accounting work, I'm doing purchasing, I'm making schedules, and, it's just to touch on a little bit, if anyone who's in the hotel business or in the service industry who is a manager will understand where I'm coming from. And I don't mind work. I don't mind hard work, but we are all humans, and your body can only handle so much, and hence the topic, trying to find a balance. Because again, like I said, in the past week or so, maybe 3 weeks, really, it has been several months now that people don't want to work, or people don't come to work, or whatever it is. But in the past 3 weeks, I've put in some crazy time, and I have not had any balance. Like, my life have been focused on just working. So I'll get up in the morning and I'll go to work, and I'll work minimum 10 hours, minimum 6 days a week, minimum. And that's minimum. If I get off of work after 10 hours, to me, it's a short day. So I've been doing that, and I go there and I put in wicked hours, wicked work, doing whatever, I'm helping cleaning rooms, helping with food and beverage, helping in maintenance, helping wherever, and still have to operate the hotel. And I go home, get off of work, and I'm beat. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not only physically drained. Like, I got off of work the other day, and when I get off of work, I felt like I had ran a marathon. Like, literally, my legs were sore, my body was tired, my feet was achy. I mean, I just felt like I have literally ran a marathon. And I went home and I took a bath. I soaked my body in Epsom salt bath. I stretched. I drank a lot of water. I even foam roll my leg. I haven't foam rolled my leg in God knows how long, but that's how I felt after I got off of work. And that's when and then I realized like, oh crap, you've only had one meal today. And that is not me, you guys. That is totally not me at all. I have 3 square meals a day, full breakfast, full lunch, full dinner, and I'm having a couple of snacks in between. But I have gone several days where I'm snacking on something for breakfast. I will sit down and have lunch. That's the one thing just doesn't matter. I'll sit down, but I have lunch so late, and then I come home and I don't want to have dinner. And my entire, diet and eating routine is just like blown out of, the water or whatever. And I'm tired and I'm beat. And I, took a shower, most days, or take a bath, stretch, whatever, and grab something quick to eat. Sometimes it's a smoothie that I've made from the morning that I have some left over for the evening, and I'm winding down and I'm going to bed and I'm getting up and I'm doing it again the next day. So while I love my job, I love the career, that I chose. I've met some wonderful people, not just working, but, or not just my coworkers, but also guests, that I've met in the hotel business. And, the people that I work with, most of them are cool, cool people, and we're like family. But I just thought to myself, like, you have to figure out a way to get out of this. Like, I can't make people come to work. That's one of the things I can't do. But the people that are there for me, like, I'm trying my best because they got my back, right? And I have to show up every day to get their back as well. So, I just decided in my head, like, we have to figure out a way to create balance. And by balance, I don't mean you can, stand on your head and, whatever, have strong core and all of that. It's figuring out a way to say, okay, work does not get 100% of my time. My fitness does not get 100% of my time. My nutrition and my diet does not get 100% of my time, because that's not healthy. None of that is healthy to have any one aspect of your life like dominate your life. Just think, if your nutrition and your diet is taking over your whole life, you're probably eating too much and you're going to be overweight. If your exercise and working out is taking over all of your life, you're probably going to overwork yourself and you're probably going to get injured. And if your work is taking up too much of your life, then you're probably stressed out, you're probably overworked, you're probably going to be burnt out, and something is going to give. So hey there for you guys. If you're out there joining me, just drop a little comment, say hey. So I know that you guys are there, but thank you guys so much for joining. We're talking about creating a healthy balance in your life. If your family is taking over all of your life, then you're probably going to end up not liking them, right? I mean, that's when I say balance, that's what I talk about. Not having curving techniques, not having any, hey Scott, how are you, my friend? Any one aspect of your life taking over. That's what I mean when I say balance, creating a healthy balance, right? Like, I can stand on one leg and I can stand on one leg for a long time. Some of you guys can do a handstand and you got balance and you can do that for a long time, but do we really have balance in our life? Do we really have a certain percent of our life that's dedicated to our work and our career? Certain aspect of it that's going towards your family and your loved ones and your friends. I have you on mute. I'm working, but balanced life is just get the balance right. I mean, exactly. It's, we have to figure out a way to do that. Otherwise, and I'm thinking like, thank you, Burpee Yoga Uncle. Thank you so much for joining. I totally enjoyed your workout with J&J's, and I don't know the name of the other gentleman. You guys rock. But I, totally love it, and I appreciate you joining, this conversation today. But when if I spend all of my time at work, as much as you guys hear me say, I love my job and I love the career that I chose or whatever, I'm going to end up not liking it because I'm a person of balance, right? Like I try my best. Not, the only thing I probably do too much of sometimes is drink water. That's the only thing that I can say, you know what? If there's a way to drink too much water, I probably do that. And even now, because I'm working so hard, I probably don't drink enough water. Again, it's finding that balance in your life and making sure that no one aspect of your life is getting all of your attention. You may love your family to death, but just think about it, you guys. If they are always in your face all the time, just think about COVID. And some of you who have to work from home, the kids are at home, the wife and the husband are at home, you're at home, everybody is at home. Prior to COVID, most people had enough space in their home for their family. And now everybody's at home, like during COVID. And a lot of people got divorced. A lot of people separated during COVID because I don't think as humans, even though, we're made to procreate and, I don't know, carry on life and have children and get married and all. I don't think that we're meant to sit at home, all of us in front of each other. Hey Nick, thank you for joining us. Good morning. I don't think we're meant to do that. I don't think, I think we're beings that are meant to be out and socializing and having balance. And I think that's why life is created the way that it is, or life is the way that it is, where you eat, you exercise, you rest, you go to work, you socialize with your friends, you socialize with your family, you have children, balancing it all out, right? Again, I love my job, and I love the people that I work with, and I love my family. Stay strong with Nick and them overall workout. If I don't, I'm telling you guys, I know it. If I don't, and I need your guys' help, like, what do I do? What do I do? Because the career that I have, again, I love, and it has afforded me to be able to pay my mortgage, drive a decent car, eat whenever I want to, do whatever I want to, spend money on whatever I want to, and it's taken up my whole life. Like, it's taken up my whole life. I like, there are days when I think about quitting, like, and I'm just gonna be, I'm going to just be open with you guys. There are days when I think about, like, I can't do this. And, there are people out there who know me on a personal level where I may have even dropped you a message and say, I don't know if I can do this. But then I think about the people who work for me and the people who work with me and the people who come to work and, the people who I lead and I manage and, I guide. And, I just think, like, not many leaders are going to stick in it and tough it out and do what I do. There are a lot of good managers out there, but there are a lot of crappy managers out there as well. So I think about these people and I'm like, you know what, they're coming and they're showing up every day and they're working every day. And, they are toughing it out with you. You have to stay in there and tough it out with them. But then I go home and I'm so tired. Like it probably was about a month ago, I decided that every Monday I'm going to do a live video. That's the YouTube video. That's it's a personal thing that I did, and that's going to help me balance my life, right? Thank you. And that's going to help me balance my life, right? I decided that that's what I'm going to do. I want to do a live video. I want to get on here with you guys and have a dialogue and have a conversation and connect with other fitness and health, health people like Burpee Yoga Uncle and, Stay Strong with Nick and, Vila Nessa. Like, you guys engage with me, and I want to be able to engage with, you guys as well. But it's been like 3 weeks now that I haven't even been able to find 1 hour to say, on Mondays, because I'm at work. Usually I'm off on Mondays, but I've been at work. So I haven't been able to do that. And I'm like, I love these interactions and these engagements. And I just have not been able to. I decide on Mondays also, and I was doing my run with one of my YouTube friends on here, and we'll get together and do our run and post it and tag each other. That take what, 30 minutes out of my day? I haven't been able to do that in 3 weeks. You're totally right, because even the seasons knows how to balance. There are times when it rains and there are times when it's, oh my God, that is such a good point, Villanessa. Like, that is such an amazing point. Even the freaking seasons know where to balance. I didn't even think, and see, that's why I love having this conversation with you guys, because, we all just think about things differently. There's winter, summer, spring, fall, they're all the seasons, and even they, know how to balance themselves. We don't have all year round where it's just summer, it's even in tropical places. There's sometimes a year it rains, and sometimes there's sunshine, and sometimes it's cloudy outside, and us as human beings, we have to be able to find that, we have to be able to get that balance. There's going to be rainy days, or are going to be rainy days. There are going to be cloudy days, but we need to find the sunshine and the light as well, right? We have to be able to figure that out. I haven't been able to exercise, like I want to. Last week, I think I exercised one day last week. The week before that, I don't think I exercised any days at all, which I'm not really stressing the whole exercise part of it. One, because of how physical I am at work. And two, because, I've exercised my whole life. So me even taking a month off of exercising, I don't think that's going to kill me. But I haven't been able to eat right. And it's not eating healthy. It's just eating enough. Like skipping meals. Like anyone who knows me knows that I preach that. I'm going to adjust this camera. Anyone who knows me knows that I preach that is not skipping meals. Like it's just not a thing for me. But lately, in the past couple of weeks, there are days when I don't have breakfast, and again, I'm being transparent. This is a struggle that I'm going through, and I'm sharing it with you guys, and hopefully somebody can help a sister out. I'm skipping meals, and the one thing that I said to myself, I'm going to go home and I'm going to rest. I am going to sleep. When there are nights when I'm thinking about, oh my God, who's going to call off of work tomorrow? Who's going to not show up to work tomorrow? What's my day going to be like? What's the occupancy of the hotel? How many people are checking out? How many people are checking in? Who's going to have some personnel issue that I'm going to have to deal with? What's accounting going to want from me? And, I find myself going through this and I can't go to sleep. But one of the things that has helped me, I remember a therapist that I had several years ago recommended magnesium, because for me, if I don't sleep well, eat right and sleep well, I get headaches, like I get migraines. And it's just one of the things that I, struggle with. Like we all have struggles, and that's one of mine. Thanks to my genetics, because my mother, my sister, my aunts, every woman in my family get migraines. I've been able to manage mine with balancing my lifestyle and having a healthy lifestyle. But if I don't sleep well, mainly sleeping, I get migraines. So the therapist recommended Calm. It is actually, hey Cammie, how are you? It is actually, it's magnesium, and that's what it is. And the brand is called Calm, and the name of it is Calm. You can actually get it on YouTube. We are on YouTube. I'm tripping. You can get it on Amazon. You can actually purchase it on Amazon. And I'll put the link after this conversation to it from Amazon where you can purchase it. So I've been, thank you for joining, honey. So I've been, some nights when I can't sleep, I'll do a spoonful of Calm as my tea. And I always have tea before I go to bed. But even that I haven't been able to do. Like I've been just chugging water, trying to stay hydrated or whatever. But that Calm it helps to relax me. It's like pure magnesium. It helped to relax me, helped to help me fall asleep. And I wake up the next day and I feel, pretty refreshed. So if it's the one aspect of me balancing my life that has been good, I'm going to make sure I get some sleep, you guys, because to me, I can't function if I'm tired and going to work, working 10, 12, 14, 16 hours and have not been able to rest well. That's a recipe for disaster. I may skip a meal here or there because maybe I can afford to skip a meal here or there. I don't like it and I don't want to. But, it's I guess making priorities is another thing as well, because the 4th of July, is coming up and I already know I have to work. It's one of those things. But prior to this year, every 4th of July, except for last year, for the last 8 years, I have been off of work running a 10K. It's the Peachtree Road Race, the biggest 10K in the world, happened right here in Atlanta. And I've done that crap every year for the last 8 years, except for last year, they canceled it because of COVID. And this year, I wanted to do it so badly. Like, that would just, because running is another thing that kind of helps to relieve my mind. I haven't been able to do that as much. But, I can't do the Peachtree Road Race, which is something that's like a tradition for me because I have to go to work. And, it's fine. Like, I get it. I get it. There's always next year, whatever the case is. I get it. But, it's just one of those things, again, making priorities. Because running the Peachtree Road is not a priority of mine. Going to work and supporting the people who work with me and work for me and the people that I lead and I manage, that has allowed me to, I guess, to prioritize. And it kind of, give me that sense of, like, what, they're there, you have to be there too. I went through similar between January to May, and it triggered my anxiety. I wasn't sleeping, eating enough, or taking breaks. I learned you have to take time for you. Dude, Will, like for real, like seriously. I low-key thought I was getting sick until I realized, that's true. This stress, I'm telling you, dude, like stress will do it. Stress will do it, Will. Like I'm so serious. Like and that's why I'm on here having this conversation, because I'm like, I am not going to go crazy. Like, you feel your body like, oh my God, like you said, like you feel like you're getting sick and it's not sick. You just wonder where this weird feeling is coming from. And I have no issues with anxiety and, depression and stuff like that. But there were days and I'm like, I feel like I am going to lose it. And having these conversations, Will, thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate that because, people look at you sometimes and they just have like, we and Will, you know it. Hey, T, how are you? People look at you and they see that you're strong, and Will and Terenti, you guys, and Nick and Uncle Burpee, and even Scott, like all of you guys can attest to this. People see us on social media and they just say, oh, you're a strong woman. You're a strong man. You're always working out. Like, and no, what do you mean you need balance in your life? We go through these things, man. So thank you, Will. Thank you for sharing that with me because, even me looking at you, you're a strong guy, you're a strong man. And I'm guilty of judging people as well. Not even judging, but, we have this perception. Not everything you see on social media is true, you guys. And that's why I'm here. Thank you, Taranti, because I am trying to be transparent. I want to be transparent with you guys. There are days when I feel like I'm fucking losing it. Excuse my French. Like, I am not lying. I really do. Because it gets to a point to where you figure out, where do I draw the line? Where do I say, you know what? I'm done with this job. But I love my job. I love the people that I work with. I've been rewarded, nicely. I love the benefits that I get from, traveling all over the world and getting good hotel discounts, free vacation time. Somebody's paying for my health insurance. I love these things. But then there are days when I'm like, holy shit. I don't know that I can do it, But then, I have 5 days of rough days, and then I have one day, it's like, you know what? This is why I do it. This is why I do it. And, like Will just say, when you feel yourself getting to that point, you have to call somebody, and, text somebody and say, you know what, like, I need just a shoulder to cry on. And for me, like, there were a couple of guys, literally guys, because I have that better rapport, with guys than I do with girls, or with women. I'm not sure why, but there are a couple of guys out there. I literally just pick up the phone and I'll text them. And some of them are people that I know, from social media. And, I'm like, dude, I'm having a rough day. I'm thinking about quitting. What do you think? And they give me their advice and they give me their opinion, and we talk through it, and they're like, well, if you quit your job doing this, are you going to be happy? Doing that alone, thank you, Burpee Yoga Uncle. I just appreciate you guys being here to listen to, my struggles, and, sharing, with me, your struggles as well, because just to hear that, Will had a similar experience, and, it actually makes me feel a little bit more human because there are days when, like, you feel like, I don't know. And I guess being on social media like we do, with fitness and with nutrition, we almost feel like we have to be invincible. We feel like we have to be strong for everyone else. And I feel like I have to be strong for my family because I'm the eldest of my siblings. And, and I have young nieces and nephews. And, I have my brother and my sister, and I'm the eldest. And I feel like I have to be strong for them. And I feel like I have to be strong for the people who work for me. When you find yourself in a leadership position, you feel like you have to be strong, for those people. And then you have a presence on social media and you feel like you have to be strong and put on your best face. But sometimes, Tarante, you just gotta just let people know, man. Because even you, Tarante, you have been transparent with people. I've seen your before and after pictures where you're showing people where, you know what, I was overweight at some point in my life. I wasn't always like, buff and built and strong and toned or whatever. You put that out there too. And, I think people appreciate that. People appreciate when us as fitness specialists are transparent. Like, I didn't post on Instagram for maybe almost 2 weeks. Like, I drop one post or whatever, and I'm an Instagram girl. I love posting on Instagram, and I love, when people, interact and engage with me on Instagram, and, I'm telling people to get their ass up and move, and people actually love that. And, even people who may not even comment on the video or whatever, they're sending me a direct message. I appreciate that. And for those reasons, we feel like we have to be strong. But we don't have to be strong, y'all. I mean, it's okay to, like, cry out for help. I mean, that's not what I'm doing right now, but kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? Because just having this conversation with you guys, I actually feel a little bit better about myself. And, anyone out there, if you guys are here, again, just drop a I'm here and, a comment or something so I know that you're here. But if any of you, like, Will just did, have an, similar experience, it doesn't have to be work. It's whatever it is in life that is just getting you off balance, we have to figure out a way. And sometimes you don't know the answer, sometimes you don't know the answer by yourself. Sometimes you have to reach out to someone. And, that may be a family member, that may be a coworker. I have a coworker, my housekeeping manager. I'm telling you, man, we vent to each other all day long. But when it's time to work, we work. Like, she's my right-hand person. And, when it's time to work, we work. But when it's time to just, sit down and just vent and like, oh my God, what's going on with these people? And they make you feel better about yourself. You just kind of, just let it out. And, it's almost like a burden, coming off of you. So for me, that's one way of me just like, because I'm not gonna let this place kill me. I love it, and whatever. I get a good paycheck, and I get the good health insurance and other benefits that I get, and the 401k, retirement, and all that good stuff. But what I will not do is let it bring me down. Let it change who I am as a person. I have to acknowledge that what, times are rough, and whatever it is that we're going through, this too shall pass. It can't be forever. I don't know what it is why people don't want to come to work, but it has to change. That's what I know. It can't last forever. Like, something has to give, something has to change, because I don't want to sit around and just work out every day. That's not what I want to do. I want to have balance in my life. I want to get up in the morning and go to work, even if I have to work 10 hours, that's fine. But get off of work and be able to go do exercise and be able to eat right and go to sleep at a decent time and find time for my family. And I have to be able to do these things. Last weekend, I was supposed to go into work, but my siblings were here and my nieces and my nephews were here, and we don't get together, and spend time with each other that much. And I'm like, you know what? I'm taking the weekend off. I am going to spend time with my nieces and my nephew and my sister and my brother. And I'm going to spend time with them, because at the end of the day, when this job fails me, they're going to be there for me, or I hope. They're going to be there for me. And that's kind of one of my happy places, as much as I love hanging out with my siblings, but I love hanging out with the kids. I have a 5-year-old niece, a 10-year-old niece, and a 7-year-old nephew. And thank God I have the energy to be able to get up and run around with them and go to the pool and go to the park and go to a baseball game. And even if that happened twice a year, like, that's one way that I have balance in my life, because I'm thinking about work. What's going to happen if I take a day off? I'm going to have to do so much to get caught up, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Bump that. I'm going to hang out and I'm going to enjoy my family. We went to the museum. We went to a Braves baseball game. We went to the pool. We hang out and have, dance at home. We ordered food in and ate, and we just had a good time. Even if it's for 48 hours, we had a great time. To me, that should be a priority, right? Like, I wasn't able to take the week off like I want to, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take 2 days off, and I'm going to enjoy these people, because they're the most important people in my life. And that's how we have to find balance. And, for me, that the eating thing, like, that's what I have to kind of get control of. I don't want to skip meals. So I figure out a way to, like, make my smoothies. When I at least make a smoothie, when I do that, I make enough to last for 2 days. And for stuff like smoothies and cold pressed juices or whatever, after a few days, the nutrients are not as strong, or it's just not as nutritious. You lose some nutrients after putting in the fridge for a couple of days. So the most I'll do is just 24 hours. So I make my smoothies the night before, take it to work that day, and I'll have some left over for the next day. And that's one thing that has kind of been helping me as well, because I find that I've been skipping breakfast, and that's not good. But at least I'll have a smoothie, and I'll throw everything that I can think of in the smoothie. Usually in the past, I'm making smoothies with mainly vegetables, but now I'll add fruits, vegetables, my seeds, whatever it is, I'm going to add it in there. If that's healthy. I'm still not going to put any juices or anything like that in there. But I pack it. Like yesterday, my smoothie was spinach and ginger and carrots. What else did I have in there? Maybe mango, whatever. Yeah. So, I try to pack it with not just vegetables or not just fruits, but mix them. I put, moringa, some flax seeds and chia seeds, and, I make a big thing of smoothie, have half of it. And that's kind of been helping me as well. Another thing that I've been doing that's really been helping me, and it's kind of a challenge to myself, is like I drink a lot of water, and I have to spend time to go buy water to drink it, right? I don't like going to the grocery store at all. I just don't like it. But I've been spending a lot of money on bottled water. So for the entire month of June, you guys, I have literally boiled my water, and I have this 1 gallon jug that's somewhere over here, that I've been filling it up, and that's how I've been drinking my water. And that's one of the things that helped me find balance. It's the little things. It's the little things in life when you check yourself and say, you want to drink a lot of water. Even if you skip a meal or something, you don't want to skip drinking water. And I don't have time to go out and spend bottled water. Plus, I feel like I'm doing something that's a little environmentally friendly, instead of having bottles and bottles and bottles of water. Anybody who know me know I'm a water snob. I love my Smart Water and my Fiji water. I just do. But again, I have to figure out a way to balance my life. And I feel like, that's one healthy way of doing that. And I saved me some money on buying this expensive ass bottled water. And I did it for the entire month of June. Every day, every night before I go to bed, I will put my kettle on, boil my water, put it in the fridge, cool it off, pour it in my bottle, and I have it for the day. And I try to get at least, the gallon down or whatever. So boiling my water, that's been one thing that's been helping me and drink it like that. And I making my smoothies, making enough for 2 days. That's kind of been helping me, or what have you. And, those are just two little things, because again, remember I mentioned, you guys, my eating is one of the things that's been thrown off because of my, crazy, work schedule or whatever. And if I don't eat well, it messes up. I get a headache. And if I don't sleep well, I get a headache. But both of them together, I'm definitely going to be like of no use to nobody. I'm just letting you all know. That's just how my body operates. Like, I know people who say, oh, I can operate, from just 4 hours of sleep and 5 hours of sleep. Not this girl. Oh, I can operate with just 2 meals a day. Not this girl. Knowing your body. First of all, if you're trying to create balance in your life, like, you have to know your body. You have to know not just your body. You have to know you and who you are. Like, I love me time. That I do. I love, and I think that's why I love YouTube, because I can connect with people when I choose to, and social media in general, right? Like, I've mentioned this before, I am an introvert, and, these types of connections, seeing you guys here, you guys are, a couple of you are listening to me and engaging and interacting. But when it's time to say bye, we say bye, and we, move on. And that works for me. That's perfectly fine. I don't even know what I was talking about, but, knowing you, right? How can you create balance if you don't know yourself? So I know that about myself. So I know when I come home from work, if I take a shower, make some tea or something, to eat, well, you can talk. Yeah, I can talk. And I work in the hospitality industry, and I work around people a lot. And I'm someone's always in my face, like literally always in my face. And it's okay. It's again, being an introvert, a lot of people think that one wouldn't be able to do this, but yeah, but when I get off of work, again, I love my me time. I love to have my me time, and it's me knowing myself, and that's going to help me be able to find and create balance and do the things that's going to help me in my life, because yeah, I can talk and I love to talk. But when it's time to just shut it down, yes, I shut it down. I'm not really a phone person, like that. Like, this is going to be the extent of the conversations mainly that I have today, because hey, it's what I do, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But knowing yourself, there's not too much people can tell me about myself that I don't already know, and that's what's going to help me to create that balance in my life, because I know who I am. I know if I don't eat, I get grumpy. I know if I don't sleep, I get grumpy. I know if this continue where I can't find that balance in my life, and most of my life is going to or focus on work, I know I'm going to fail. So I have to figure that shit out. Like, I gotta figure it out, because I know me and I know who I am, and I know it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna say, you know what, this is not really working out, even though I don't want to. So knowing yourself, I know the things that I eat. I know what I love to eat. I know how much hours a night I need to get. I know my body. I know when something just doesn't feel right and you have to do something about it. And that's one of the ways that you're gonna create balance in your life, in anything at all. You know how much time a day you can spend to be around people. Even just doing this video and burpee yoga, uncle's like, oh, you can talk. I know how much time I can stay on here and talk before I'm like, you know what? It's time to go. Like, know your limits. Know your limits. I know that, like, doing these live videos or whatever, I know people who do live videos on YouTube every single day, 3, 4, 5 times a week. Once a week, that's good enough for me. That's me knowing myself. And I'm not saying I know everything about myself. I grow and I still learn or whatever. But most things that people would be able to tell me about myself that you've observed about me, I spend time to learn me. I spend time to learn the way that I think, the way that I treat people, the things that I won't accept from people. There's a certain aspect of I'm not married and I don't have children. And hey, I know myself. I know what I can take. I know, I know when something is not right. And I spend, as much as I'm an introvert, being in the hospitality industry, I spent a lot of time around people. So and my minor in college was psychology. So being around people, you can just kind of tell, sometimes you just have to cut certain people out of your, so sometimes you just have to cut certain people out of your life, and that's going to help you create balance. Like, even at work, when you may have, as a leader or whatever, you have certain people on your team and you just know that it's just like dead weight, and you're like, in order, as much as I'm struggling, you just know you're going to have to cut this person off of your team because your team is struggling as it is already. So, in order for you to just have some kind of sanity and not have the entire ship sink, there may be one person on your team. You're just going to have to let them go. And you may struggle a little bit more, but at least, you're not going to mess with the integrity of your team or the morale of your team. When you have one person on your team that's not carrying their weight, that's not, toughing it out like everybody else is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys kind of understand what I'm saying. Like, it's knowing yourself, knowing your team, knowing your family, knowing the things in your life that you're just going to have to let go or double down on. You may even be in a relationship where you feel like, you know what, I love this person, but they're dead weight. When you're stressed out and you're tired and you just need somebody to be there to support you and they're not able to support you, that's the time usually when people's true, we're going in a different, or I am going in a different direction right now. When there are just times in your life when you know that, this is not working out, and it may break your heart or it may be sad or, whatever the case is, you just know that I'm gonna have to let you go, man. Like, I need support and I need, I just need your help right now, but you're not giving me what I need. And it's not asking too much, whether it's a loved one, a family member, a significant other, a wife, a husband, a child. You may have to just put them to the side and say, you're adding to the stress of my freaking life. So because you're adding to the stress of my life, I'm gonna have to either put you on the side right now or just let you go out of my life. And that's one way how you find, you find balance, as well. Like, you can't just have dead weight on your team. And not, by team, I don't even mean like sports team or work team, your life team. Like, I am a team, and my significant other is part of my team, and my siblings are a part of my team, and my nieces and nephews, they're a part of my team. These are the people who are closest to me. But sometimes you may, even family members, you guys, sometimes you just have to put it to the side and say, you know what, you're adding to the stress that I'm going through in my life right now, and I'm just gonna have to lay you down right here, right now. Sometimes we have to do that. It's I'm sorry, it is what it is. It may be your mama, it may be your daddy. I'm not telling you to disown them, or just totally like dismiss them out of your life. But you may have to say, you know what, mama, you're stressing me out right now. And my job is like a priority to me right now because you don't pay my bills. You're not helping me out. You're not supporting me. You're just adding to my stress. So I may have to just give me a few weeks. I'll talk to you in a few weeks. So, you have to make those decisions in your life at some point. Because how the heck else are you going to balance out your life if your work is stressful, your family is stressing you out, your loved ones are stressing you out, you have no social life, whatever the case is. Again, find the things in your life that are adding, compounding onto your stress, and either put them to the side or completely eliminate them. And sometimes that person may not understand, that they are causing stress in your life. You may have to sit down and say, you know what, honey, I just need a little bit of support. Because they may not even realize it. They just think, again, like us, Terente and Will and, all, you fitness guys, or everybody probably, at some point does this. We have this presence of being strong, right? A lot of us do. Of just being strong, and we're in fitness and we're in nutrition, and everybody look at us to hold it down, and they don't think that you need them. But maybe you just have to say, you know what, mama, if you make me a meal every once in a while, that will just help my life be a little bit different. If you just, whatever it is, your wife or husband say, I just need your support right now, honey. You tell them, they may not know. But when you tell them and you preach to them and you let them know, and they're still just compounding, adding on to that stress that you have in your life, you may have to put them to the side. You're welcome, Terente. You're so welcome. Like, you guys don't realize, how much you all inspire me. So just to be able to come on here and have this conversation and be transparent with you and, kind of let you know what's going on in my life, and to say, I have to figure out a way to balance this shit out, because I know if not, something's going to give. Something will give, and just, I'm off today. I haven't been off last Monday and the Monday before that and the Monday, because Mondays are usually my day off. But, I have to make myself take a day off. I have to tell myself, if you're adding to my stress, peace. Not, I don't really surround myself with a lot of people like that, but, I'm sorry, if someone's adding stress to your life, you may love them to death, but yourself comes first. You have to take care of you. You got to take care of number one, yourself. And, because if you're not here, you don't know who's going to be there for you to support you. You don't know that. You don't know how people are going to react to you being in need and being dependent on them until you truly are. Because people will tell you, I'm there for you. I'm going to support you. I am, whatever you need me to do, I will do it for you. But until you are in that position, and until you're in that situation, you don't know how people are going to react. You don't know how people are going to react. You don't know if they're truly going to be there for you until you're in that situation. And I've heard so many people say that, you don't know. People can make promises all they want to. This includes family and friends and close ones and significant others. I know relationships that end because someone had some kind of travesty, or someone had got into a really bad accident and they need someone to take care of them or whatever, because whoever they're in a relationship with, they thought they could handle it, but they just can't. Not everyone is built to be able to help someone who's totally dependent on them, you know? So until you're in that situation, you don't know how someone is going to be able to help you. You don't know that. So while you're strong and healthy and you can take care of you, take care of you, you guys, because until that time rolls around when you need somebody, you know, I've been there, you know, yeah, I've been to where I need someone and I thought they would be there for me, but they're not. And to the extent that I have been there for them, I thought it would be reciprocated in the time of need. And it wasn't, you know, it's just a part of life. And they may think that they're there for you and they're not, or they thought maybe they had all the intentions in the world. Drinking on my water. Maybe they've had all the intentions in the world to be there for you, but when that time come around, they just realize, I can't do this. And you know, you got to respect and appreciate that. But that's why it's so important to take care of yourself. You know, you guys, that's why it's so important to have that balance in your life, you know, because you don't know what life is going to throw at you. But I always say, give yourself a fighting chance at staying healthy, staying happy, and having overall health and overall fitness, overall, generally speaking. You don't have to be big and, you know, buff and have muscles and a six pack and all this other stuff, but, you know, just be able to take care of yourself. You know, you have to be able to do that. Even for people who are married, like, we all need people to survive. None of us can do it on our own. But I just think it's important for you to focus on numero uno. Focus on you. And then give whatever, you know, share equally to everybody else in your life. But don't take care of anybody else before you take care of yourself. And then maybe it's easy for me to say that because I don't have a husband and I don't have children or whatever. But even the people that work for me, I know they have my back. And the ones that do decide to show up to work, I know they got my back. I know, but I can't give them my all. I can't give my siblings my all. I can't give my nieces and my nephew my all. Like, I don't know that we weren't created to do that. Like, I don't know if God did that. Like, you know, for those of you who are religious, it's just not a healthy way to go. You have to find balance, and the people in your life who are adding on to your stress, you have to figure out a freaking way to put them to the side or let them go. You know, and you know, for those of you who may be going through something similar, who, you know, haven't been able to find that balance, and you know, work is stressful and life is stressful, just sit back, you know, one day and say, what do I do to take care of me? What do I do to take care of numero uno? You know, you have to, you guys. And that's what I keep telling myself. You know, after about 3 weeks of working hard, putting, and I still have to, you know, I go back to work tomorrow. I don't know what's waiting there for me. But one thing I do know, the same way I'm saying, you know, get rid of the people in your life who are, you know, causing you more stress or making life situation. The people in your life who got your back, man, you have to have their back too, right? The people in your life who support you, you have to support. You have to show appreciation, show gratitude to the people in your life who've been there for you since day one. Or they're just there for you now. Like, I have a couple of you guys on Instagram where if I don't post in a week, y'all are going to reach out to me and say, everything's okay, you're good, I haven't seen you in a week, you know, you're all right. And it's a handful of you guys, and I totally appreciate it, which is one of the reasons I like Instagram, you know, because I don't have this, you know, some people have their circle is so big. My circle is very small. You know, my circle is small outside of work and my siblings and nieces and nephews. That's pretty much it for me. And that's fine. That's how I live my life. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. But what I do appreciate is the handful of you that will reach out and say, "Oh, I haven't seen you here in a while. Oh, you haven't posted in a minute. Oh, you good?" Handful of you who may have my cell phone number text me, "When you getting a day off? I notice you haven't had a day off in a while." I appreciate that. So, it's on one hand, cut off the people who causing you more stress in your life, but conversely, appreciate the people who show you love, with people who show that they care about you. And even if they don't care and they act like they care, hey, that's fine. That's okay with me. Because every once in a while, I need somebody to act like they give a shit about me. We all do. We all do. All of us need to feel loved and appreciated and, given some attention. Like, I'm not really an attention seeker, but it's nice. It's nice to have someone reach out to you and say, "Hey girl, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while." That feels good. It's a good feeling. And whenever you guys do it, I totally, totally, totally appreciate it. I don't know what's going on in the workforce in the USA, Vilanessa, if you're still here, but it's rough. It's freaking rough. For anyone who, is in the US and it's not even just the service industry, man, even in our corporate world, like not like people in the hotel working on the service level, corporate HR and corporate accounting and, IT and legal. And I mean, it's hard to find people to work, and everyone have their own theory of what the cause is. I think it's a lot of different things. People are saying, "Oh, it's the unemployment or the extra unemployment benefits." That may contribute to it, but COVID has put given people new perspective. One of the things I was saying in COVID, like on my videos that I did and my podcast that I did, it's time to find something that you're passionate about and do that and focus on that. And so I know I focus on YouTube over, I went from 16 subscribers a year ago to 700 and whatever I have now. And all of that happened during COVID. All of that happened during COVID. Me being able to, just focus on, not totally focus, but, focus somewhat on YouTube and kind of, be a part of this community with you guys. And all of that happened in COVID, and I guess a lot of people has, just realized to themselves that, number one, I can do something different. Number two, I'm probably worth more than what corporate America or whoever is paying me. Number three, I can stay home and take care of my family and be happy. Number, I don't know, whatever number that is, it's like, hey, I can find some balance in my life by staying at home, working from home, whatever the case is, but I just hope this changes pretty soon, because I don't know how long I am going to be able to, get up and go to work and work with just, limited staff like, I am right now, and be able to give them my all. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do that. And I'm passionate about everything that I do. I'm passionate about YouTube. Like I don't do anything that I'm not passionate about. I don't. I try my best not to. I'm passionate about my health. I'm passionate about my nutrition. I'm passionate about my career as a hotel manager. I'm passionate about fitness. I'm passionate about sharing overall health and fitness with people. Started a podcast. I'm passionate about that. I give health and nutrition advice, and I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate type of person. Like someone was, someone said, "Oh, you can talk." I can talk all day about overall health and fitness. Burpee yoga uncle. I can talk all day about this shit. Like staying healthy, overall health. I've never done it. Maybe 2 hours is the longest like I've gone on and have a conversation or whatever. But I can talk all day about this shit because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about children. I can sit and talk about kids all day long. making sure kids are healthy, making sure they're eating right, making sure you're not abusing them, making sure you're not giving them too much sugar and too much junk food, and making sure that they're not over medicated. Dude, I can sit here and talk about this shit all day long because I'm passionate. I'm just that type of person. That's just who I am. Whatever I do, like, I'm passionate about it. Like, it's just who I am. So, it's you have to find passion in your life. Find passion in your life, because if you just keep going without having a purpose or a focus or a passion, then again, the topic is finding balance. It's going to be hard to balance that shit out because you're going to be all over the damn place. And it may seem like I'm all over the place, but I'm not, because I know what it is that I like, and I know what it is that I'm passionate about, and I know what it is that I can sit here and have. I'm on here an hour now having a conversation with you, and it seems like I haven't even caught a breath because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about hotel management because I am in a position as a hotel general manager where I can I can employ people. Right? I can be a leader where people can have opportunities to grow and advance. You don't have to have a master's degree or even a college degree to work in the hotel industry. And I'm passionate about that. I love to be able to, and that's why I did fitness 2 years fully, completely, no hotel manager, just personal training, nutrition advice. That's what I did. And financially it was rewarding, but I just didn't feel rewarded because my clients were middle-aged corporate women who could totally afford me. Like, they were all in a position where they can, whatever I charge them, they would pay. Whatever I say go buy, they would go buy. Whatever equipment, whatever, they went out and spent the money and they bought it. They never complained about my rate of pay. They just did whatever. But I just didn't feel fulfilled, like I'm really helping people, and that's why I decided to go back to work. And I have the opportunity to employ people. I have the opportunity, especially young black people. Yes, I said it. Even especially young black people in America, young black men, young black women who may not have had some of the opportunities that I did, or some of the opportunities that you did, and I have the opportunity to say, you know what, maybe you drop out of high school, or not high school, hopefully not, out of college, and you can't afford to go back, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to get a job and work hard. You can save your money and you can try to go back to college. Or you drop out of college and no one will employ you. You know what? I have an opportunity here for you. And the hospitality industry is one of those industries where you can grow. You can grow to whatever it is that you want to do. You think about hospitality, you think about just standing there checking people in and out and cleaning rooms. The company I work for, again, human resources, legal, accounting, IT. I mean, it's there. We have a full-blown organization of people who want sales and marketing and catering and customer service. And if you want to be a housekeeper, if you want to be a chef, if you want to work in a restaurant, if you want to work in a bar, it's the hospitality is one of those industries. I know people who are bellmen and doormen and a van driver. And I mean, it's all in the hospitality, security guards. I mean, it's all in the hospitality industry. And I'm passionate about being able to give people the opportunity to say, I know people who start as a doorman, people who start as a dishwasher in the kitchen, move up to be an executive chef, a sous chef, and, afforded them the opportunity to go back to college and give them, college sponsorship or something like that, or reimbursements or something like that. I'm passionate about those things, which is why I get up and I go to work every day, as stressful as I am. But it made me feel good about myself to know that I had the opportunity, came here and busted my ass and went to college and got a degree and got all these certifications and put myself in a position to where I can help somebody else and help them find some kind of balance and purpose in their life, and the opportunity is there, we're always hiring. The hospitality industry is always hiring, always. Yeah, I mean, you walk up in my hotel tomorrow, I will find something for you to do. It may not be what you want to do, but you can start down there and work your way up. That's all I'm saying, Like I started when I graduated college. I didn't graduate college and become a hotel general manager. I started as a front desk agent, yes, out of college. Worked my way up to a front office supervisor, then a front office manager at a small hotel. Then I moved to Atlanta, and then I got a assistant manager position, and then I went to a 5-diamond hotel and became a manager on duty at a 5-diamond hotel in one of the ritzy hotels in Atlanta. And then I moved out to the suburbs and, took a pay cut because I wanted to kind of work my way back, go down and work my way back up. And then I became an assistant manager. And then I became a task force manager where I'm traveling all over the country, helping out other hotels. And then I became a hotel general manager. And the opportunities are there, again, whether it's food and beverage and restaurants and bar or HR or IT or marketing or sales, or it's one of those industries where the opportunities are there. And it's a whole different conversation I'm going down. But yeah, I've been on here long enough, talking about myself and my personal experience and being transparent. And maybe this conversation will help one person. Maybe it will. It's finding that balance in your life, finding the things that you're passionate about. So when things get hard and things get rough, you have purpose, and you won't just jump out and make these decisions that you may regret. Because if I wasn't passionate about being in the hotel business and being a hotel manager and leader of people, I would be gone. Because this year was tough, y'all. This year is tough. Y'all think last year was tough. Last year wasn't tough for me. This year is tough. It's tough, and hopefully this too, shall pass. And, I've just taught myself different things like boiling my water and drinking it. So I don't have to go to the grocery store and buy water and making my smoothies for a couple of days and, just having this conversation, be able to just let it out and share it. Like, I ain't got nothing to hide, it is what it is. I'm being transparent and letting y'all know it's rough. It's rough, but you have to find passion, and you have to focus and drive and balance and cut out the negative and the naysayers and, appreciate the people in your life who are really helping and supporting you guys. So with that, I'm going to end this conversation, you guys. Like, I really, really, really appreciate you all, toughing it out with me. Staying here and listening to me, just having this conversation, and it helps me. It helps me a lot. Thank you, Will, for sharing your story, and I appreciate you doing that. And you got my number, dude. Like, if you ever just need somebody to vent to, I'm here. And I have a couple of people that I can just pick up the phone and vent to, and they listen. They, they don't want anything from me. I don't want anything from them, but just listen. Give me a little bit of advice, every once in a while. And I totally appreciate that, from you guys. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for listening in. Even if you're just here and, I'm running in the background, I appreciate that. I'm going to start back doing these videos, these once a week Monday YouTube live videos, and we'll talk about whatever. Overall health, overall fitness, nutrition. We'll have these conversations, with each other. Today I'm off. I'm not doing any workout. I had a good workout yesterday, and I'm just gonna take care of myself, make a good meal, clean up around my house, read a book, work on a video or something like that. And that's me, one way of me finding the balance in my life. Thank you, Vilanessa. And I don't know, Vilanessa, are you coming here to work on a work experience or something? We need you, girl. We need people. We need people so badly. Maybe this conversation is like recruiting as well. Like, if anyone who's in Atlanta or know anybody in Atlanta, suburb of Atlanta, north, or whatever. I mean, all our hotels are hiring. Every single one of our hotels. It's mainly line level employees, room attendants, front desk agents, breakfast attendants, chefs, really whatever. But And anybody in Atlanta who knows somebody who's looking for a job, we're always hiring. And I know we do these J1s, but that's been a struggle lately. I know a lot of companies are trying to do that, and I don't know how that's going to work out. But thank you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I can honestly say I want to, but I am out of school now, so I have to find a different way other than the one program. You need your own talk show. Burpee yoga uncle. I know, right? I know. Are you trying to tell me that I talk too much? Burpee yoga uncle. Okay, so Vilanessa, you have to be in school. The only J1 programs you have to go through a college or school or something like that. They don't have J1s just for regular people who are not in school. That's crazy. I guess I need to. Do you know of any other companies that do that where you don't have to be in school, Vilanessa? Yeah, I know Burpee Yoga Uncle. I know. I have my podcast and I run my mouth on that. But a lot of times I'm interviewing people and they're doing most of the talking. So I have to contain myself. So that's what this is here for you to, J1 for school, H2B, or for those outside of school. Oh, okay. So why don't you try one of those? Why don't you try one of the ones that are Vilanessa? Why don't you try one of the ones that you don't have to be in school for? Because, girl, there's work. I mean, there's work up here. I'm telling you. I know a couple of other people who, but they are in school. I know a couple other people who are on work visa here, but they are in college. But they got to be away. They got to be away. So do you work right now, Vilanessa? Are you working? They got to be away, because I just know of people in other countries who would just love to be able to come here and have an opportunity to even work temporarily, and then go back home or something like that. And I don't want to get political, but talk about coming here and taking away your jobs. The jobs are here. The jobs are freaking here, and nobody wants to work. No, I don't. H2B agency out here are only accepting those who already been on the program. That doesn't even make any sense, man. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Because I know there are people out there who would love the opportunity to come to the US and work, again, even for temporarily, to work. But if they're making it so hard, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, we're all one world. Like, it just shouldn't be this difficult, right? Like, I don't know. I guess we have to have border control and immigration and all that stuff. I get it, but Jesus Christ, like, you have one country where the labor market and the labor force is like in need, and then you probably have another country where unemployment is so high because there's not a lot of opportunities, but we can't share. It's tough. And I don't know, I'm not a politician and I'm not going to go down that road or whatever, but it's not even about politics. It's just about life. And I don't know, uniting one world. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. But so are you trying? Let's see. I'd rather work there, but I am going to do my research. Hence the reason why I wanted to create that employment, but I need an employer. Want to create that employment, but I need an employer. Message me on Instagram because I don't understand what you mean. You need to create that employment. Message me on Instagram. Maybe we can have a call or something and chat about it and see what we can do. What time is it? I'm getting on a call at 1, but maybe we can call and talk to each other. But send me a direct message on Instagram. Barrett Fitness Enterprises. It's right here. Barrett Fitness Enterprises on Instagram. I think we've messaged before on Instagram, but go ahead and send me a message. And let's see what we can work out. We may not be able to work anything out. I don't know, but I know if there are people like you who want to come here and work, if they gotta be a way, right? Don't you think? I wanted to do an agency to help other getting jobs there. Oh, I see. So you want to create your own agency where you are the one who is the employment agency helping to find people. Huh. Yeah, message me. I get what you're saying now. Do you know if it's something that's easy to do? And are you saying that you have to have an employer? Are you saying you have to have an employer before you can start the agency? Because I can. Okay. Yeah, let's chat about it. Maybe we can call and talk to each other lately, maybe on Instagram or something. Later on Instagram or something, and try to figure out a way where we can do that. I don't know what are the hoops or the legal, we have a legal department, my company does. Maybe we can figure something out. So let's message each other on Instagram, and we can probably have a conversation there and try to work something out. So I get what you're saying. Yeah. So I can, if that's what you need, we can work that out. Like, my company own over 100 hotels throughout the U.S., and we're all in need. All are in need. So we'll see what we can do. I don't know what are the ins and outs of doing something like that. So but send me a message. Actually, I think I know I have your Instagram. But I'm not sure. Hold on, let me try to find you, Vilanessa, on Instagram. Let me try to find you. Is it Vilanessa? I know we've V. Okay. I think I just found you. Okay, got it. Okay. Alrighty, I just got your message. But are you able to get on a call right now? I have another call at 1, but are you able to get on a call right now? Like, can you call me on Instagram? Do you have the capability to do that? As soon as I get off of here, you can call me and we can probably have a quick chat and see if there's anything that. Okay, alrighty. Okay, I got your message. So I'm gonna hop off of here right now, and then you and I can talk. I have 20 minutes, and then we can see where we can go from there. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's find some balance in our life and make these connections. Maybe Vilanessa and I can work something out. That would be amazing. That would be great. But these countries just make this shit so hard. They make it so hard. Like, again, I love to have the opportunity to be able to help people and have an impact and make a difference. But, sometimes bureaucracy, politics, those are the two big ones, get into the way of, doing what we're called to do or able to do or want to do, whatever the case is. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I am going to hop off. Just hop on over and give me a thumbs up on this video. I know we've been talking for, quite some time, but yeah, I love to talk, Uncle Burpee Yoga. But thank you all of you guys for tuning in and sharing your stories with me, and peace out. Love you guys. I'm gonna call you on Instagram right now, Vilanessa.